How are you? Mr. Curzio here. I'm going to be working with you on fractions today. All right, lesson 8.4. And let's do a quick little review. So we know we started looking and knowing that we had equal parts or an equal amount of space being taken up to make fractions. And we looked at our shape and we first counted out how many parts are there. And we noticed when we look at this shape, we have 4 equal parts. And we call those fourths. And then we had a lesson with Mr. Popko last week, and he was talking about unit fractions. And a unit fraction always talked about one part. Okay, so we knew that that was that one on the top where our numerator is. And we had to know that our denominator, which is the number that goes on the bottom, denominator, I like to remember that by saying downstairs, counts the total amount of parts in the entire shape that make the whole. So in the unit fraction, we knew we had 1/4. All right, 1/4 of this square is red. So today I want to expand on that a little bit and say, well, what do we call it now? Now we have how many parts shaded now? Well, now we have 2 parts. But let's back up. How many parts make the whole? Well, in this particular shape, it still is 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parts. So that's my denominator, right? That the denominator counts how many parts are an entire shape or group. And in this particular case, we have 2 parts that are red. That's my numerator. The numerator, again, counting how many parts are shaded or being counted in that case. Let's do another example. All right, this time let's take this shape. And right away, you should notice there are how many parts? 3. We know there's 3 parts. So that is going to automatically be my denominator because I need 3 parts to make up this whole shape. And how many are shaded green? Well, I count them out. There's 3. Well, 3 on the numerator. And we watched a video yesterday when we said that when the numerator and the denominator are exactly the same, that is one equal whole. Right? No matter what these numbers are, if they're the same, it equals one whole. Let's go a step further. Let's go into our good old pizza. All right, we're going to try something a little different with our pizza here. So let's say with our pizza here, the question is how many parts of the pizza are shaded green? Well, first I have to find my denominator. Where's the denominator again? On the top or the bottom? Right, we know it goes on the bottom, right? And the numerator is going to go on the top. So I want to count how many parts make up this whole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 is my denominator. And we want to know, the question again was, how many parts are green? So I count. 1, 2, 3. So 3/8 of this pizza is green. But let's say the question is now, how many parts are red? So again, I have to think, well, what's my denominator? Well, first, did the denominator change at all? Of course not. I still have 8 parts. Let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so my denominator did not change. I still need 8 parts to make a whole. And how many are red? 2. All right, 2. All right, so you got to really pay attention to those word problems or how a question is being asked so you find the proper information. I do want to do one more step with you. We sometimes think of fractions as just shapes, but we want to remember a fraction can be applied to a group as well. And here, let's say we're hanging out with our friends, myself and 5 other friends. We have 6 friends. And the question is, how many people are wearing a red hat? So in my group, how many people are in the group? 6. All right, that becomes my denominator because that's my entire group that I'm referring to, that I'm talking to. Now, again, the question is, how many are wearing a red hat? I count them out, and I have 2. So whether you're talking about a group or a shape, right? Because I could have a shape doing the same exact thing, the answer would be the same. All right, guys, really good job today. Don't forget to know the difference between denominators and numerators. They do make a difference. You want to know which one is which. Denominator goes downstairs. That's a pretty easy way to remember it to help you out a little bit. Hope you guys are doing great. Miss you guys all. And I will see you soon. Take care.